I'm from Terre Haute, Indiana.
Richard Goodall's homecoming to Indiana felt like something out of a movie, quiet but deeply meaningful. After months of national attention and a whirlwind season on America's Got Talent, he stepped back into the familiar halls of West Vigo Middle School, the place where his story first began. Students and teachers watched the same man they'd known for years resume his daily routine, broom in hand, offering warm smiles and quick jokes. It was a reminder that fame hadn't changed him. Instead, it had simply widened the circle of people who knew what his community already understood. For Richard, the school wasn't a backdrop to a dramatic transformation. It remained the heart of his everyday life. Yet behind the scenes, his life had taken turns no one could have predicted. He had been through triumphs, personal losses, unexpected opportunities, and decisions that surprised even his most devoted supporters. His return home marked not an ending, but the beginning of a new chapter that had everyone wondering what he would do next. From quiet janitor to viral sensation, Richard's story began long before the bright lights of television studios. Born in Indianapolis but rooted deeply in Terre Haute, he spent more than 2 decades working as a janitor at West Vigo Middle School. Students and staff saw him as more than a custodian. They viewed him as a friendly, dependable presence whose booming singing voice often echoed through the hallways. He never sought fame, and he never imagined performing for millions. Singing was simply something that brought him joy, a way to express himself on days both ordinary and difficult. That changed in 2022 when a video of him passionately singing Journey's "Don't Stop Believin'" began circulating online. The clip took off on TikTok, where thousands of viewers felt instant connection to his raw, heartfelt vocals. Before long, national outlets picked up the story, and casting producers from America's Got Talent reached out. It was a life-altering invitation, one that required Richard to face experiences he had never imagined, including flying on an airplane for the first time as he traveled to Los Angeles for his audition. A life-changing audition. When Richard walked onto the AGT stage in May of 2024, he was understandably nervous. He wasn't a professional performer, he was a school janitor, a middle-aged man who had lived most of his life far from the entertainment world. But once he began singing "Don't Stop Believin'," the room changed. His voice carried the honesty and warmth of someone who had lived through real highs and lows, and the judges felt it immediately. The audience rose to their feet, and the emotional impact of the performance made him an overnight sensation. Receiving the coveted golden buzzer pushed him straight into the national spotlight and solidified him as one of the season's strongest contenders. Millions of viewers watched and shared his audition, turning him into an unexpected symbol of perseverance, humility, and the belief that life can shift in extraordinary ways, no matter your age or background. Performances with heart. Throughout the competition, Richard chose songs that reflected his personal journey. In the quarterfinals, he delivered a touching rendition of Michael Bolton's "How Am I Supposed to Live Without You," dedicating it to his fiancée, Angie Vanovan, whose constant encouragement kept him grounded. The emotion behind that performance reminded viewers that Richard wasn't just singing, he was telling his story. In the semifinals, he surprised audiences with a gritty performance of "Eye of the Tiger," showing that he wasn't afraid to step outside his comfort zone. By the time he reached the finals, he returned to another Journey classic, "Faithfully," a song he had long shared with Angie. His finale performance of "Don't Stop Believin'," this time alongside members of Journey themselves, felt like a dream realized. In September 2024, Richard was crowned the winner of America's Got Talent Season 19. Just days before the finale, he and Angie married in Pasadena, a beautiful merging of personal victory and professional triumph. Love, family, and unexpected blessings. Among the most uplifting parts of Richard's story was the new love he found with Angie in 2022. She became his steady support, encouraging him to embrace opportunities he might have otherwise overlooked. With her help, Richard also reconnected with a part of his past he had never known, his biological father. After decades of wondering, he finally met him in 2025, discovering not only a father who had never been told he existed, but also 3 siblings he had never known. It was a moment of unexpected healing and connection, filling gaps Richard had carried since childhood. Angie played a major role in giving him the courage and support needed to search for the truth, and that journey deepened their bond even further. The overwhelming support from fans also became a blessing. When Richard needed financial help to travel for AGT, people from his community and beyond contributed generously, eager to support his dream. Their belief in him became one of the driving forces behind his success. Life after the victory. Many AGT winners quickly leave their old lives behind, but Richard made a different choice. After the confetti settled, he returned to West Vigo Middle School and continued his work as a janitor. It wasn't about clinging to the past, it was about staying connected to the community that shaped him. He enjoyed the stability, the familiar faces, and the sense of purpose that came from serving his school. Meanwhile, his singing career began to grow in new ways. He performed at Indiana Pacers games, took part in the beloved Circle of Lights event, and even opened for Howie Mandel in California. His hometown honored him with a key to the city, and the school held a pep rally celebrating his incredible achievement. Through it all, Richard remained grounded, sharing glimpses of his everyday life on social media, a mop in one hand, microphone in the other. He often said that he was the same man, just with bigger opportunities, and fans loved him for that humility. The beginning of a music career. Though he approached the industry carefully, Richard officially began stepping into his music career. He announced his debut single, Long Time Coming, set for release on August 29, 2025, a title that perfectly reflected his long road to recognition. Recording in Nashville, he shared behind-the-scenes updates with fans and even joined a local band, Sugar Street, to keep performing while building his solo identity. He also began consulting with music managers, exploring book and memoir offers, and even joking about who would play him if a biopic ever materialized. One of the most exciting milestones came when he returned to America's Got Talent for the show's 20th anniversary special. Opening the show with Eye of the Tiger, backed by performers from various seasons, Richard experienced a powerful full-circle moment. Watching his original audition on screen brought him to tears, a reminder of how far he had come in such a short time. His journey no longer seemed like a surprising twist of fate. It was becoming a genuinely promising music career. Looking ahead, Richard's next chapter is filled with possibilities. He has begun planning for retirement from his janitor job, embracing the idea of moving forward without leaving behind who he is. He and Angie are considering relocating to Florida and purchasing a new home, a fresh start after years of emotional ups and downs. Professionally, he hopes to collaborate with industry legends, possibly even Simon Cowell, who believed in him from the start. More music, live shows, and maybe even a full album are on the horizon. But among all the dreams and plans, Richard remains committed to the values that carried him this far: humility, persistence, kindness, and gratitude. He takes time to engage with fans, attend community events, and share encouragement with people who feel overlooked or discouraged. As he often says, the future is unwritten, and that openness to possibility makes his story even more inspiring. From sweeping floors to singing on national television, Richard Goodall has shown that life can change in beautiful, unexpected ways, and his journey is far from over.